assume that I own a B2B small size company and I'm scaling, my business is scaling pretty well. When would be a good time that I need to outsource the web development piece?
So there's several, great question. There's several scenarios that I see. One, it depends on the budget for the marketing department. It also depends on the level of projects and tasks that you have going. For example, one scenario is if you don't have an in-house developer and you're looking to move quickly, scale with marketing, and there's rebranding, there's parts of the sites that need to be revamped, or the site is, it's been through many developers. And when you make a change, it breaks a part of the website. So that's one scenario where you can bring, an outsourced website development company. I like to call them website partners, and they can come in, they specialize 100%, make sure they specialize 100% on your platform or the platform that you want to move to. For example, if you're on HubSpot, you want to move to WordPress for websites, make sure that you get a WordPress developer. Another thing is they do sometimes, a B2B company does have an in-house developer or two, but they're so overwhelmed with tasks and projects, and they need that additional support. So what I've seen B2B companies do is they'll go ahead and, hire a vendor, a website partner to help with the overflow. That way they can support them, keep things moving along the pipeline. So that's one, or the assembly line, but that's one scenario that I see very often. The reason why they do that too is because they are trying to grow an internal team, but it does take time to hire, to recruit, to do all that stuff, right? But they also see it as a great way to, see what is great talent out there in the market. And then what do these vendors offer that would help us with the hiring process too? Also, it's cost effective. So if you think about it, so I'm in Silicon Valley, right? So to hire pretty much a full-time developer right now, they're demanding $170K, $170,000. And you got to talk about benefits, dental, all that stuff, right? And that is cost the company a lot of money, where you can actually, outsource the web development and maybe pay around $100K or less than $100K a year. They're a vendor, but instead of one person, you actually get a team. So you could have 1 to 3 developers on any given day on your website. And it's an agency that's really focused on WordPress development, if that's the, content management system, the platform that your website is on. So there's a lot of benefit with that. And I always encourage them, not just because I run a WordPress website development company, to do it just because and do business with me. I don't really care. Yes, it helps, but you can do it with anyone. But it really helps to see the talent, the processes in place, because every company has a different process in place. The service that they're offering, make sure you get real service. And then the support. When you start seeing how a website partner supports you throughout the whole process, you're able to hire better. And when you hire better, the last thing you want is to hire bad talent, which it's hard to hire good talent. It really, really is hard. So, but you're able to filter through based on the experiences that you've had with your vendors. So there's a lot of benefits that come with that. And those are the scenarios that come to my mind specifically. And, if you're a CMO or VP of marketing, that's something to really consider too, because you don't want someone like a junior developer going in there messing up stuff. You don't want your development team, if you have an internal team, to get overwhelmed to where they're cracking. They can't even take a day off. Like, you don't want that. Like, you want to, share the burden. You want to get some additional support there. And also understand, how can I plan ahead? Let's not be reactionary. Because something that I see with web development, people react. It's an emergency. And it's like, no, it's not. It's urgent because you didn't plan accordingly. So a lot of things can be avoided if it's just planned accordingly. Sit down, let's talk to the team. Let's talk to the web development team, the website partners too. It can be once a week, once a month, once a quarter. But planning it out, I think having a project management tool is also very important. We use Asana for project management, and then laying out the timelines. We call them sprints. Every week we know exactly what the priority is, right? And then the in-house team, if they do have an in-house team, they tackle the more urgent emergencies. And then we the website development team that's outsourced, they handle more of the not as urgent, but still like a medium type priority where it still needs to move forward. And we have people working on it. So that's kind of the scenarios. Hopefully that answered your question. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. As a reminder, don't forget to subscribe. You can also listen to our podcast on your favorite podcasting app.